Hello people, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to handle the iFrames in CodeceptJS Puppeteer. So here this is the CodeceptJS official website where they have provided a lot of documentation about all the helpers that they are providing support for and with a very detailed inbuilt methods in a proper documentation. So here anyone can go through this documentation and they can right away start up with setting up the CodeceptJS testing framework and whatever helpers we are going to use and all. Okay, so in this video I am going to work on the Puppeteer, so that's why I have landed on the Puppeteer page. So here you can see all the built-in functions that they have provided support for. Okay, now let me show you the testing website I am going to work on today. So here on clicking the alert, here if you see I think the page is taking much time. Okay, so here if you see, to click on this button we first need to enter into the iFrame and then only we can access this. So without switching to the iFrame, if you are trying to access this, it will throw error of no element. Okay, so now we are going to handle this situation using CodeceptJS Puppeteer. Okay, I have opened the Visual Studio Code which I am going to use IDE. Okay, now here first thing is like we need to create a test file. So for that the command is npx CodeceptJS gt. So with this command it will generate the test and it is asking for the name. I'm going to give handle iFrame, and whatever it is showing in gray, it is a name suggesting with which it is going to create the test file. I'm okay with it, so I'm going to give enter. If you are not okay, you can right away type the test file with which it needs to be get created. Okay, right now I'm clicking on enter. Now the test has been created under the test folder. I'm going to go into this and you can see the basic skeleton format of a test file. It has been created, and here we are going to have the scenario title which is handle iFrame. Okay, so on the scenario, first thing we need to do is like we need to launch the web page on a browser. So for that, what method we need to use? We can right away jump to the Puppeteer documentation, and here you can see a lot of methods, and this is the method which serves the purpose right now. So I'm going to use this. I'm on page, and the URL I need to pass. So here this is the URL. Here if you see, I am not giving the entire URL here into the function because I have given the base URL under the URL property of the Puppeteer Helper in the CodeceptJS configuration file. Okay, now let me go to this one, and with this line of code it actually opens the web page in a browser. Now what we need to do, we need to actually click on this alert. So for that we need to fetch the element locator of the alert. So I'm going to find it here. With this one I'm going to use. So I gave command F and A. I'm going to write the CSS selector here, href equals alert.php. So it has been identified. Okay, so I'm going to do I dot wait for element, wait for element and give some wait time here, and after that I need to click on this element. So now if you see what it is going to do, if I click on this, it is opening in a new tab. Okay, our goal is that to access this button which is inside the iFrame, correct? Okay, so now we will check without giving iFrame. We will try to access this box, button. Okay, let me write the XPath for it. It is identifying. I'm going to wait for it first, and then I'm going to try to click on that. Okay, we will see what will happen now. CodeceptJS run, and I'm going to run only this test directly, single test. So that's why I'm going to send the file location handle iFrame _test.js. Okay, it has opened the browser, and now if you click on the alert, okay, I think here we have missed one thing, because on clicking the alert, it is going to the next tab. It is opening in a new tab, so we need to handle that case. We didn't added here, so let me go here. So Puppeteer, if you see, we have one inbuilt method, switch to next tab. So this one we are going to use, and we can even wait until some number of tabs it has been opened. So we are going to use these two functions here now. I dot wait for number of tabs, it's to be 2. How the count I gave 2 is like, because one is the old tab where we have this landing page, and on clicking the alert it is going to the new tab. So in single browser we are going to have the 2 tabs. So that's how I gave the count here 2, and wait time is for 5 seconds, and then it is going to switch to the next tab. Okay, so now let me run the script again. So now the landing page, and then it should click on alert to navigate to the next tab. It's taking some time to load. Okay, it needs to click on alert and then switch to the next tab. Okay, it's been switched to the next tab now. Now it needs to access this one, which is inside the iFrame. We will see what error it will throw here. We see it is saying waiting time, because there is no element with that particular locator. Okay, element not present on page after 5 seconds. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to actually switch to the iFrame. We will see any inbuilt methods are there in the CodeceptJS. So here if you see switch to, so they are telling to switch as frame, or in case of null locator reverts to the parent. So we can actually give this switch to iFrame. So what I'm going to do on here, coming to here, I'm going to do switch to, let me get the locator here. Where is this one? Switch to iFrame. iFrame source equals alert. So I'm going to copy this element, okay, it's been identified. I'm going to give it here. Now let us check it will work or not. Okay, it's been opening that page, landing page. It clicks on that alert. Now switch to the next tab. Okay. So it's worked. So we can handle the iFrames in this way. There is another way to handle the iFrames. I'm going to show you that one also. So here, handle iFrame. So without this, we can even use, sometimes switch to may not work. In those cases, we can use this way. Within frame, we can pass this as a function, and inside this you can have this Okay, this is another way to handle. So now I'm going to use only. So this is the one of the feature in the CodeceptJS. So if you want to run any specific scenario out of multiple scenarios in a single feature file, you can use this only. Okay, I'm going to run the script now. Let me open that landing page, and it needs to click on alert. So alert has been clicked and it opened in a new tab. Simple alert, yes. Now you can see that button also has been done. Okay, it's strange. Duplicate test names directed should be unique. Okay, sorry. So because of the same scenario titles, I think it picked up the two. So handle iFrame via within. So now I think it will run only. Okay, it's been run now and it's been passed. Okay, that's how we can handle the iFrame in both ways, using switch to or using within. Okay, when either of the one is not working, you can go for the second solution and you can work on it. And in this way we can handle the iFrames in the CodeceptJS Puppeteer. So guys, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. See you guys in my next video. Thank you.